insightful, but are you likable? You got jokes, you're the host, stand up. Are you likable?
Hello and welcome to Likable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I'm your host, David Stickle, and today I am joined by Mr. Jason McLaren.
What's going on?
How's it going?
How are you?
Good. I am honored that you're here in our.
No, I'm honored to be here.
No,
What?
I'm honored today.
You're honored?
Yeah, very honored.
Well, I'm honored to be here as well.
Yeah, Mr. Hudson Valley is in the house.
That's what people call me.
Yeah.
Hudson Bieber.
Yeah, Hudson Beaver. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's the name I've taken upon myself.
Yeah, the Hudson Beaver.
Well, Hudson Timberlake was taken, so.
No, who
No.
took that? Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Can I curse on here?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Say whatever the fuck you want.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
we're gonna break legs. All
right, cool.
Hudson Timberlake. We're taking that. Yeah.
Yeah, Hudson Timberlake, Hudson Bieber.
You got to do T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll probably get sued, but for sure.
Yeah. What's the bigger video that popped off? I have Splashdown in my head relatively often.
It's weird. It's different with everyone. But
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest one was the Hudson Valley State of Mind one. That was That was the biggest one.
Hudson Valley City. Yeah, that one was. I mean, because you kind of hit everybody on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely something different and something that actually came to me when I was like, it was random. I was on my way to a Knicks game with my parents, my friend, and every time I go into the city, that song always pops in my mind, Empire State of Mind, because it's such an anthem. It is. And I know a lot of people think like New York, Frank Sinatra is like that. But like, I don't know, when that came out, 2010, 2011, when that song dropped, it was just different.
Yeah.
And on my way there, I was thinking like, damn, like what if someone made that about we're around here? And you know, I have a friend named Eddie. His producer tags Notes, and I went to him and I said, hey, listen, I have this idea. I don't know how good it'll be. I'm a comedian. I'm not a rapper, but I want to try this. And he said he loved it, and so we went in the studio. I wrote something up. It didn't take me long to write it just because of not necessarily knowing the song as much as just knowing the places. I had a little tie-in jokes into the song too, but just like the headphones fell off my small head, even though it's pretty big. It's my hair. No, I went into the studio. I had all this written down with like these different tie-in jokes, and like, 'cause I'm from Newburgh, originally born and raised, but I wanted to tie in every area just so like I could make it broader. Cause I didn't want, and the first line I wrote with that song was in Newburgh. Like that was like the first, that's what came to fruition of like having that whole song written. And so then we just, he cut it up, produced it, chopped it up. And then a few days later I made a video in my bedroom and we posted it. And yeah, it's crazy.
Sick. Did you think about doing it at like different locations at all? You're just like, I want to do all of this in the bedroom. Like I'm going to,
well, so funny story. We actually made a video in the studio of me recording it on the mic.
Okay.
And he had his brother, who's a sick editor, edited it all up. But I don't know. It was like that. It was a good video, but it just didn't seem personable to me. Like I felt like when I wanted to make this song, I wanted it to seem like it was just me from here making it in my bedroom. And I guess like the aesthetic worked of my room to where it looked like it looked like everyone was just with me in my room.
Yeah.
And it popped off. It's crazy.
Dude, it's cool because like one, I feel like I've been in your bedroom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not from the video. From
No.
We don't have to talk about that here.
We don't have to talk about that thing. No.
It's a one-two-time thing. But
It's a family show.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for a family show that we curse on. Yeah.
No, it was family's curse.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Dude, yeah, it's been pretty sick to see the shit blow up. You know, like. And you just keep on coming out with like different versions or like different songs.
Yeah.
Are you just going through like early 2000s like hits and just feel like,
well, it is my favorite.
Inspire me. Me too.
I love the 2000s, early 2010. I love that era of music. It's it's so nostalgic and different. I just recently broke that on a new song I just put out for a new Hudson Valley song, and I Want It That Way from the 90s Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count. Wow,
yeah,
I just thought about that. It fit though. It really
yeah.
I didn't notice that. Yeah.
And it's weird, like, cause like that first one, really did well, and I think that was because that Empire State of Mind song is such an anthem.
Yeah.
And then I think with the 2000 songs, I think that just taps into my love for that era of music.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and then I'm coming up with different like areas of like the Hudson Valley, but I think more so I'm coming up with things that people can resonate with. And I know that anyone could really just put out like something that like name drop like Newburgh, Beacon, New Windsor, like you could just name drop like anything, Nyack, but like the parts of those towns and cities, like the things that like I think that's what's hitting most, which I like.
You're arguing one ice cream stand versus another.
Yeah.
It's like, did you?
And that was before the songs. Yeah. So I think that's how it started. So the way the whole Hudson Valley video started was because I put out one video about a bar at the waterfront in Newburgh called Billy Joe's, because I just noticed that for like the past whatever years I've been in my early 20s, I always hear people that even aren't my friends or people that are my friends arguing about where they're going out, and it's like there's not much to choose from. It's like you have 3 spots, and especially around us where I am in Orange County, is or unless you're going to Westchester, and I made a separate video about that, about how we don't want to drive to Westchester, but it's either the waterfront, across the river in Beacon or New Paltz. Like those were like the 3, right? And then there's other bars in Newburgh that are obviously really good, but like it's just the waterfront in Newburgh is just so classic. Like it's there. So I had it, and so I made a video about that, and how it always went back to, well, no matter what we say, we're going back to Billy Joe's, no matter what. Like I could make so many different suggestions. Like, no, we're just gonna go to Billy's. Like that's just how it is. And then that video did really well, and so I just kept making a couple of those. But my biggest one was the Hudson Valley State of Mind for sure.
When I was in my early 20s, the 2 spots to go were Poughkeepsie, and we would go to New Paltz, because New Paltz had like stuff for like younger, because they did like a teen night, because I used to go out a lot when I was like 18 and 19, and then after 21 you can go anywhere, but like the teen nights you can get in, which is a creepy concept. Yeah, like 18 and there's like 15-year-olds in there.
Yeah,
that's a weird thing.
I joked about that in one of the videos about New Paltz, because there's a couple bars there that
oh yeah yeah
that are good
people.
may have some younger individuals that go
lenient tendencies
on who walks into the certain bars. Not gonna name drop.
No, of course not.
P&Gs. No,
we're just alphabetizing.
Q. I was just going through
A
to Z, P through G. P through G. No, but that's all jokes. It's just happened, and so I had to touch on that. But but you're absolutely right. I mean, Poughkeepsie, where we perform often, Laugh It Up, is at Mahoney's Irish Pub. Yes. And that's a popular, now. I don't know how it was like 10, 15, 20 years ago, but like as far as like for the past 5 years I've been, in my, early 20s, that's a hot spot. Even after like you've seen it, like when we go after, like when we just like leave our shows, it's packed downstairs. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And that's a bit, again, I think it just has to do with the college town. Like,
yeah, I think it helps that there's Marist and Vassar so nearby. But like, back when I was like in my early 20s, Mahoney's actually had like more competition, I think, because there was like places like the Mad Hatter, and there was this place called the Aegean, and it was like 7 different names in the 2 years that I was drinking out in that town, because it kept closing and reopening. Very sketchy situation. Now and then, but now there's just like really nothing. I mean, it's just Mahoney's.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they have like a bar called Derby's, the Derby. It's like around the corner.
I've never been there.
Yeah, me neither. I have a friend that DJs over there, but I've never going in there.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, I mean,
especially from Newburgh. That's a hike, right?
Like 25 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, from 25, 30, not even 20, from Newburgh to Poughkeepsie? No, yeah. 25 minutes.
Huh.
Easy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I think Newburgh's only 40 minutes from me. This is very interesting.
Well, I take my Hudson Valley private jet everywhere now.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah. Your Empire State a helicopter.
Yeah, Empire helicopter. Yeah. Yeah. The town gave that to me when they said,
Of
"Hey,
course.
listen, you made it."
The key to the city and the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm actually ribbon cutting next week.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, they're opening up a new sandwich shop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's funny. You were saying before we started recording that people are like approaching you randomly now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is all new. Like, again, I've been going all over, the tri-state area as a stand-up comic still.
Yeah. So you're young now. I mean,
Yeah.
And you've been doing comedy for 6 years.
Yeah.
So you
I started at 19,
Yeah.
18, and then I'll be 25 in October.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been
Wild.
6 years, yeah.
I'm so old.
Yeah. I didn't want to say anything. But
Yeah, thanks.
You're getting up there.
That's great you didn't mention it.
Yeah, well, I had to help you get in here.
Yeah.
You had trouble walking.
Well, the lift on the van broke. It just didn't.
Yeah, is it weird? A siren went off. It was just a
Yeah,
big thing.
yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Lost my walker.
Yeah.
So people are approaching you.
Yeah. At bars and and I think that all started because, of course, if you make a video about Billy Joe's in Newburgh blowing up, and then you go to Billy Joe's, you're going to be like, oh, you're the Billy Joe's guy.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm just starting to like level up. So then I made a video about the whole Hudson Valley. Oh, now you're the whole Hudson Valley guy. It's like it's only a matter of time. But,
You're gonna start doing New York and then the continental U.S.
and then the world.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the world guy.
Isn't that Pitbull's job, Mr. Worldwide?
Yeah, he's Mr. Worldwide.
You're
And then
gonna replace Pitbull.
yeah, we got to shave my head.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would be a sad day. You have great hair.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's a tube. So
Is it too?
no, it's not.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, damn, Jason, I didn't know.
No, I went to
You're really
the
behind
Ukraine
the
to get a
scenes.
transplant.
Yeah. I got mine in Turkey.
Yeah.
I just thought there was more sandwiches.
Oh my gosh. It's been really cool, and thankfully I've had good people approach me. Like I haven't had a lot of dickheads be like like
weirdos
or like jerks to have been like too annoying with it. It's been all love, and I'm very 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 appreciative of it. And I'm thankful for the people that. It's weird. Like people will like thank me for I guess like putting our area on some sort of map, like putting our area on the map. And I mean I just made a funny video.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that you're thanking me for sure. I'm very happy. I'm happy that I made you happy. I'm happy that I distracted you for a little bit and made you laugh at something that resonated with where you're from.
Yeah.
And that means the world to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, taking pictures with me, I'm like, dude, why are you taking a picture of me? But yeah, no, it's really
It's
cool.
gonna be cool when you're like a famous comic one day.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
And they're gonna be like, all right, this is a.
I made jokes about it. I had a show in Newburgh, and I talked about this. And Michael was actually on that show with me.
Okay, Michael and Gumbiade.
Yeah.
For the fans.
Yeah, for the fans, because I'm a fan of Michael.
Yeah.
I like mispronouncing his name, but I was on a show with him and I talked about it because it was like the first time I was actually able to do stand up after that video blew up, and I was able to touch on that a little bit and say, hey, listen, like my parents saw me as a comic for 6 years, grinding, going all the way to the city, Long Island, like all over these different places, doing stand up, just trying to make a name for myself in comedy, which I still am actively doing. And now they're like, oh, we got you 3 new video ideas. And
parents?
yeah, and it's like yeah, or my stand up was still doing well, and they're like, no, we got a new song written for you. Now. It's like, I'm like, great.
It's like I'm a co-producer now.
Yeah, for sure. And but yeah, no, it's super cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm curious how the people at Billy Joe's treat you, like the actual owner or like staff. Like, do you get approached by like different businesses that are like, give us a shout out, but like, does Billy Joe's just like love the free ad, or
it's funny, people ask me about that, and then I'll have other businesses that say like, oh, they're probably paying you stupid money to do this shit. And I'm like, no, it's like, I made it's just, it's here.
Yeah.
I just talked about it.
Yeah.
And it is, and that goes for any business that I brought up in my videos in the past. that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how it happened. I didn't get like, but like to what you're saying now, I think businesses are like, we want you to do this for us. We want you to do this for us. And that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
But, you know, I wasn't doing this to be like just like a commercial advertiser. I was doing, like, this is my town. Yeah. This is what's in my town.
Yeah.
So.
But since people are calling you like, oh, you're the Billy Joe's guy, like, do they see that in any kind of way?
Well, so like when I go in there, they lay out a red carpet.
Yeah.
And then they do the horns like
oh yeah.
Billy's guys here
presenting.
Exactly. And no, they definitely they know now. They like, I think what's cool about it is that when I dropped the original Billy's video, they knew, they were like, wow, this is funny, like that's crazy how like well it did. And then when I saw that they brought it up again, I brought it up again in the Hudson Valley State of Mind video, which is, you know, they were like, oh, okay, we got to take this kid seriously because he really does bring us up. Yeah. But as far as like, no paid advertising. It wasn't anything like that. I just mentioned it. And they're very cool when I get there. Yeah. Instead of paying $20, I pay $19, which is very nice. But no, they're very cool when I go there for sure.
Yeah, it's cool that they buy into it because you never know like how a business would be like. I mean, obviously it's like it's great promo.
Yeah,
you know?
but also too, like I feel like what I did cool, like what I did right with this whole thing is that if I mentioned a business, I really didn't necessarily shit on them. Mm-hmm. I feel like, you know, and you would know this too as a comic, what happens is that when you're making a joke about someone, if it's inclusive and everyone's laughing with them,
yes, then
they love it.
Yeah.
It's not like I was making fun of them and, you know, throwing shade or anything like that because they're awesome. I just, you know, I made jokes and they bought into it because they like it. And also their business, you know, was promoted, you know, great. So,
yeah, it's, I don't recall anything being negative at all.
Oh, no.
Any of your videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, listen, interpretation is a beautiful thing.
Of course.
But I don't see it that way. I see it as, hey, I live in a very funny area and I just touched on that.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love that, dude. That's so exciting. Yeah.
It's very exciting. And honestly, I feel like I'm, even as a comic, I'll never think I'm done. Like I'll never think I'm just scratching. Like there's always more to do. Like so, like I'm always like every time I like have something good like this happen, whether it be like my first time ever getting a spot, first time ever getting paid doing comedy, I was always like, this is just scratching the surface. And that's how I'm like with everything.
Yeah.
I'm always like, there's always more to do. Mm-hmm. So this is amazing, but I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like I have so much more that I'm excited to put out. And again, I don't see myself as a musician or an artist. I'm just a guy that's making parodies. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I see you as a comedian for sure.
Oh
yeah. How do you balance like writing for like the reels and the TikToks and stuff versus like comedy? Like, do you find, because like I'm finding like even with this podcast, you know what I mean? It's like energy wise obviously goes into like editing and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like when I'm doing that, I'm like, man, I spent like, you know, I spent 2 hours on the comedy or on the pod and that could have been writing or whatever. Like it's like a weird thing to like, you know, and you know, that's just me with like this podcast that I don't know if anybody listens to because I don't look at the numbers, but
no, you're booming.
But I mean, your shit's yeah. Thanks, buddy.
No.
Wait, do you know? But your shit's taken off. So I mean, it's got to be tough because like the way you're like you're driven to like kind of improve everything. Like obviously, comedy is your baby. Yeah. Right. But like this other thing is just like it's gotta like take energy. Yeah.
I think with my mentality going into all this, and like I'll be honest with you, I started this year with like 1,900 followers, 1,900 followers on Instagram, and it's funny. And it took so. Do you remember when we did that show and Gerald was on it?
At
Fusion.
Fusion at Union. Yeah, with Gerald Beneford. Yeah.
So when we were there, I was talking to him, and like we've been friends for a long time, but I was talking to him. I was like, hey, listen, you know, he's doing really well on social media.
Yeah, Facebook.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I was like, with us, like obviously, you know, not to throw shade at him, but he's old. And he's killing it.
Yeah.
He almost told me, like, he basically just said, like, you got to take advantage of this. This, like, you have this opportunity to, like, put out videos and be on social media, and as soon as you lock into it, I saw it as an opportunity for, like, this, like, these opportunities to show myself, hey, all these videos are doing well. I'm also a great comedian. Mm-hmm. You could book me as a comic.
Yes.
And I think that's what my mentality is every day with doing this. I think putting out these videos and putting out this content is, I love doing it. I absolutely love it. But at the end of the day, I also love doing stand-up with all my heart. I love it. And this is perfect because it's the best of both worlds. It's like a win-win.
Yeah.
And so to answer your question about the joke writing, I think when I started doing stand-up, I forgot who told me, but another comic told me that, you know, once you have that solid 5, turn it into a solid 10, turn it into a solid 15, turn it into a solid 20. Mm-hmm. And so I continuously have done that throughout my entire career. So I know I always have material to fall back on. But as far as writing new material, I'm always writing new material. But to separate it from the reels, I feel like it's both. You could separate the joke writing and say, hey, that would be a good bit to tell a story about. This would be a funny 15-second reel. Yeah. Like, you could, or, and I haven't done this yet, but I'm thinking about it now, that reel could be a bit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I just put out a video 2 days ago about, have you ever taken the train at Beacon to the city?
From Beacon train station?
Yeah.
No, I get on in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, whatever.
Okay. No, so Metro North. Okay. You asking me if I taken Metro North before or from the Beacon train station?
Yes. No. Okay. So it does. I mean, it's the same. But all right. In Beacon, there's a convenience store in that train station.
Okay.
And in the convenience store, there's only one way out of the store.
Yeah.
So like you walk into the store, and you can't go out the entrance. Like it's like a walking path store. It's the weirdest thing ever. Like you walk in and then you pay here and then you have to walk out this way. You can't go out any other way. And I just found hilarious, and I made a video about it. Now I could turn that into a whole bit about going to the city. Not saying I'm going to, but I'm just throwing it out there. Like, if for people that are stand-up comics that want to get into content creation, there's always something funny in everything.
Yeah.
In my opinion, there's always like some sort of humor, some sort of comedy in everything. The way you separate the two and the way you organize it is what makes it. Yeah. So that's my opinion.
I I really think a lot of people are like in their phones too much, mm-hmm. and then like if you are really looking for material to like present itself. Mm-hmm. But like my example of this is like I have a stupid little joke I've done like 2 or 3 times on stage, but mm-hmm. It's I was standing in line to pay for gas with cash once mm-hmm. at a quick check, mm-hmm. and somebody turned on the PA system and sneezed and then turned it off. And and then the cashier in front of me leans past the line and goes, "Bless you," to the back of the store. And if I'm like not paying attention, if I'm like on my phone, I don't notice that. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, I just like looked around. I'm like, what the fuck was that? You know?
Like that's a whole bit right there. And you could make a fucking reel about that. You could make a whole video about that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like one of those things where I feel like, you know, people need to do more things for sure. But if your eyes aren't open,
like something as stupid as that, right?
Yeah.
Has so much substance as a comic. Mm-hmm. Like that's why I love being a comedian, is because like I have so much respect for artists, musicians, everyone that has something to do creatively. Mm-hmm. But as far as comedy goes, like you could find literally something funny in everything. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you should, but I'm just saying. Yeah. But you can, and that's what's amazing about it. It really is. It really is something amazing.
Yeah, because I think the whole world operates off of there's a couple different tiers, but it's always about like perspective, mm-hmm. you know? So like even like a villain in a story has obviously a different perspective than somebody else. In their mind, they're doing something good, but to you, they're doing something bad.
Exactly.
So, you know? But like their perspective is different. And then there's both of those, and then there's just that other guy, mm-hmm. you know, that's just like, why are those guys fighting over there? You know, like, so there's just like that random, just like different angle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it is cool. I really think people need to enjoy life more from that sense of view.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, especially in this day and age, like with everything that's going on in this world, like as far as like social media, like the news, like the whole Diddy situation. Like,
What happened?
Oh well, all right. Long story. So, oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying. Like you, I could make so many jokes about that situation. All right. Full disclosure, right? Forget the Diddy situation because it has nothing to do with what I'm going to say.
The kids.
Yeah. I'm learning now doing the social media, the content creation, is that I'm very lucky that I found a niche. And I'm just learning that now. I had an idea for a song that I made. I posted, I think, 2 weeks ago that I took down because I realized that I'm creating something for myself. And I want it to be authentic and I want it to be real and I want to stick with it because people enjoy it. And I was talking to two of my friends that that helped me a lot with like what I'm doing, like as far as the content creation. And I made a song about Kanye, about everything that's going on with him. And I did it to the 70s song Baby Come Back. Okay. But I called it Kanye Come Back. Okay. And it was very funny. I thought it was hilarious. And I didn't feel it did as well as I thought it would. And I realized that it's because I need to just own what I'm doing. I got to own what I am. And I don't have to necessarily be, quote unquote, an octopus right now. I know it sounds weird.
An octopus?
Yeah, but like doing a bunch of different things.
Oh, gotcha.
Like,
gotcha.
I could do a different, like, content, like different funny things. But at the end of the day, like, people know you for something. Own it. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to pigeonhole yourself to that thing for your life. But hey, if something's going good for you, fucking just roll with it. Like, take advantage of it. Like, I have friends that like have different niches, have different things that are going well for them. If they stopped and just jumped to something else, I'd be like, what happened to that thing? You were fucking killing it. Like, that's not a bad, like I said, that's not a bad thing. It's always cool to try different things. I'm not saying not to try different things. But at the end of the day, don't forget what's working.
Yeah.
I know it sounds, may sound stupid, but like, I get it.
I implement that with comedy because like, I started out before comedy as a storyteller, and then I got into comedy, and like what helped me so fast was that I knew how to tell a story, so I just added jokes to it.
Oh yeah. And
then eventually I transitioned into like, well, I'm doing bar shows, so I need to figure out like more punchy stuff. And then, I got away from stories and got into like punchlines, and it was okay, but it wasn't like doing as well as I wanted it to. That's because like I'm a storyteller, like I gotta flow in a story.
Do you know how underrated of a comedy writer that you are?
What do you mean?
Like legitimately, like you made the posts about like the posts that you do with like the captions, like and the swiping with the pictures. Like, have me in tears. They're hilarious. Yeah. I'm dead serious.
Thanks, man.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, you messaged me about one of those. That was very nice of you.
No, it's the truth. It's so good. And the storytelling, like that's only an advantage of moving into stand up. Like that's mostly what stand up is storytelling, just with the tragedy plus time. Like I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that compliment. That's good.
All right, that's enough. No more compliments for you.
I'm trying to find my lotion.
I left it in the handicap car for you.
Oh, man.
My bad.
No,
I don't think I should call them those. I don't think that's
the handicap car.
The term to call them.
The handicap mobile. Quick to the disabled van. Wait, does that mean the van is disabled? Or it's for
there's a switch. You can decide whether it's you or the van.
It's called the engine. It works. That's funny.
Oh man.
I like I do enjoy the storytelling a lot. It just feels very you know what I like about it is that it feels like it's me in the sense that like it's my story, and like I could do jokes about like bukkake and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what's that?
What, bukkake?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, it's when a man loves a woman, and he has like 6 friends, and they all just kind of like that.
Wait,
woman.
where's my lotion?
It's in the fucking van. You left it there. You ruined her.
I got my coffee. So
Yeah. This is a very, very tight little office back here. You know what else is tight?
Oh my gosh, this is a family show.
Yeah, definitely a family show. We're making families.
Well, I mean, we're dropping families on faces. But,
yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the bus.
But that's it's so true. Like the storytelling part of like you're obviously like everyone, and especially every comic has a character.
Yeah.
Like that's their character. Like you like the storytelling. Like you're almost like whenever you get up on stage, you're almost like creating a story for the people to follow, and then you're the main character. Like that's how it is.
Yeah.
And that's why I would never do Michael's jokes, because me and him, like, we're the same looking person.
Yeah.
That we look the same and we
exactly
act the
the same.
Yeah. And so like I don't want to.
Yeah.
For the viewers that don't know what Michael looks like, he's black.
He's black.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm not black, but I'm getting there.
You're black adjacent, I would say.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I'm black Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Jason. Yeah, it's a different superhero. Black Jason. I feel like if you
I know
said
he's gonna watch this. He's gonna hear this. And he's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna fucking flip out.
What's funny is that he listens to these episodes like when he's got gigs, because he's always got gigs. So he'll like listen to this.
Oh my god, no! He always has gigs.
Yeah. He's gonna be like driving to Utica or something like that, and he'd be like, "I'm just gonna get a text that just says pause." I'd be like, what does that mean? Last night we were in New Paltz and we got pizza beforehand. It was my friend Brittany, Michael, and I, and he just said something about some food, and he's like, "That food's bussin'," and I was just like, "It's busting?" And he goes, pause. And I'm just like, no, I don't know what busting means, Michael.
Oh my god! Wait, did you really not know what that meant?
I know what busting is, but in terms of like this food is bussin'.
Yeah, that's like
the food is coming.
no,
right?
like it means that this food is making you want to bust a nut.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah,
we're coming everywhere. Because
But yeah, I'm not gonna say this food's coming.
we're saying it at the dinner table. Well, we were at a pizzeria watching the Knicks game. But yeah, it's bussin'. I'm like, I don't believe this made me ejaculate at all. Like,
Again, a bit.
yeah,
Right there.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, everything is a bit.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, tons of stuff. It's funny, like Michael and I talk a lot, but the amount of misunderstandings we have because I have no concept of slang is pretty bad.
Really? No concept of slang?
Well, I mean, he teaches me a lot of words.
Like what?
Well,
Let's start with N and then go down.
Yeah. Yeah. He taught me what that word meant, but I swear to God, I heard my dad say it before.
It's when Michael was over.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna kill me, bro. He's gonna fucking kill me.
Now, he hated this one joke. It's not even a joke. It's true. My dad went to go see me at Laugh It Up for the first time, and Michael was the host for that show. My dad loved Michael right away, like everybody does. And then I took my dad for his birthday to go see Louis C.K. My dad doesn't know who Louis C.K. is, but I'm like, listen, man, this is a big deal. Like, you need to go see this. So I took him to go see Louis C.K. And then after the show, I'm standing with my dad, and I'm like, what'd you think about Louis? He goes, not for nothing, but your black friend is a lot funnier.
Oh my god!
Like,
Have you told Michael that?
I have told him that.
Oh my god!
He's like, no, don't say that. Poor little bastard.
Isn't that so cool though? And that's what I love about, shout out to Laugh It Up for sure. Cal over there.
Yeah. That was awesome.
It's cool having a hometown club. Very cool.
Yes.
Very, very cool. And I like going to the city. But at the same time, like, to touch on that a little bit, when I started doing stand-up, I obviously started doing it around here. Like, this is where we're from. And my mentality on it was, I always have, even to this day, I always have so many people who go get in the city. Like, that's where you need to be. Like, not really. And not to shit on New York comics, 'cause I give them a lot of credit.
Yeah.
The reason being is because it's, for lack of a better word, I don't want to say polluted because that's a terrible word to put it, but like there's so many comics not trying to be comics in the city. So many. And my mentality on it was, hey, if I can make a name for myself where I'm from, that would be a great way to get into the city. That was just my way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like every comic that wants to be a comedian that's where we're from can do that.
Yeah, I think the word you're looking for is saturated.
Saturated.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. Because even in the sense of like business and like shows, the city is saturated. Like you can be at the comedy shop and like less than 200 feet away is the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
And the tickets are the same price. So who are you going to go see?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then that's like, but there's like a million shops that do comedy. Little East. But like when I throw a show on at the Krog, or like when you're doing a show in Newburgh, like there's not like other comedy shows around.
Yeah,
Like, we're taking them.
And that's what's cool about it, because a lot of people want to see comedy, but they don't want to go to the city. Not saying that the city's bad. I love going to the city.
Yeah.
But it's an hour away. If they want to go 10 minutes away, come see one of us.
Yeah. But even with like all the different shows, like it's like I love doing spots in the city. They're very cool, and it's just great to meet everybody and get different comedians in front of you.
Yeah.
However, like it is a little disheartening for me to like do a show that I'm very excited to do, and then I show up and there's like 5 people in the crowd, like and the rest are comics, but then there's just 5 customers, and like I think we're accustomed to like up here, like 20 is a low number, and then you want more, Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, like, like when we do Laugh It Up, I mean, Cal does a great job.
Yeah, for sure.
Putting people in there.
A lot.
And,
sells out almost every time.
Yeah.
Does a great job.
And we're working with like real headliners. They're not there for us, but like.
No, but I mean.
But that's the other thing too, is like, we're competing with maybe 40 comics up here, right? Down there,
and we're almost like friends with all of them.
Yes,
it's like, and that's what's cool about it too.
Yeah,
like we know most of them, and I'm not like one to like have beef with any other comics about doing stand up or whatever, because like we're all in the same race. Yeah, we're all like going the same way.
Yeah,
but no, to your point, absolutely, he does a great job. It's funny you bring that up. So I had the 2 clubs I do in the city usually, well, I haven't done in a while, because like again, like I do like being up here, is Broadway Comedy Club in St. Mark's.
Okay.
And I've only done St. Mark's once. Broadway I've done a bunch of times, but St. Mark's I've only done once, and I did it because I have a friend, his name is Mark Saratella. He does a lot of big shows in Los Angeles. He kills it. He's awesome. But when he's in New York, he produces shows up here too, and he does it in St. Mark's. And I did one show there, and I had a lot of big headliners on it. Like I had like Dan Lamore and Natalie Cuomo.
Okay.
And Ari Manis.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, it was crazy, and so got to hang out with all them, and it was a show. But like the city aspect, it was a Tuesday night. You got to bark for people on the street to like get in there, and even with big people like that on it. Now, if you bring one of them up here, 200 people, I Laugh It Up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just how it rolls.
Yeah, Cal's done that.
Yeah,
yeah, with Natalie,
sure. And Dan.
Yeah,
and I remember I did a show there, and it was like again like 15, 20 people, but still a lot of fun. But I'm just saying, like, to your point, absolutely, you're right.
You feel it too in those rooms. Like I've been to St. Mark's twice. I've not performed either time.
Wait, why?
Well, so like I was down in the city. I was doing a show. And the first time, a friend was actually both times, a friend was on the lineup, and then Nick Bailey puts on these shows. So I'll go down and I'll like chat with Nick outside, and it's just fun for me to bark. Like I grew up doing sales, so like I'll just sit there and just like, hey, nice shirt, go, the whole thing, and just bark for a while. But when you're in that room and there's like,
and first off, beautiful room. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's a very cool room to do. Yeah. But you definitely feel it when it's like empty in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with Eastville. Like I've only done open mics there, but like that's such a big room. I feel like it can fit like 200 people in there. But at an open mic when there's 15 comics in the room, like this place is vacant. It's and that's 5 minutes per comic. It fills up the whole time.
So. Oh yeah,
but yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that is brutal.
Yeah. And I honestly, I have a lot of good crowd work clips from being in the city, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean, there's something about where you're from too. I also like Long Island a lot. I do Governors, quite a bit, and I always like going down there. And it's the same thing. Like I feel like because it's like an area, it's kind of Long Island's like kind of similar to where we're from in the sense of it's an area where it's not really the city, but we're close.
Yep.
But they still want comedy, and so they have a chain of like Governors is almost like our Laugh It Up.
Yeah.
We have one club where it's like perfect to go, and they always sell out, and it's the same deal.
Yeah.
So, not to shit on the city. I feel like I'm shitting on the city.
No.
Like,
I mean, I think anybody knows like the city is kind of the place you should want to go.
Yeah.
You know, and like I feel like for me, like I'll feel like I've made it as a comic when I'm past like at a place like the Cellar. You know.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm super legit at this. You know.
But I also have comedians that I've worked with where they're not regulars in the city. They prefer to be away from the city. Not saying that the city's bad, but the road gigs and like the gigs that are outside of the city, just like they cultivated their act outside of the city, and they made a name for themselves. And that was my mentality going into stand up. I was like, if I decide to do this, I want to make a name for myself here. Once I've done that, which I think I'm on the right path, I'll get there.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of time in this life.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean,
and a lot of people like want to rush that. It's like, you don't have to rush.
Well, you're like a decade younger than me.
Yeah, I know.
So I got to go a little faster.
I didn't want to point it out again, but you're old as fuck.
I look at it like if I can't conquer Dutchess County, like I'm not gonna conquer New York.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to do like more festivals now. I think it's a good way to get my name, out there.
I think Dan Madonia does the one up here.
The Catskill one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I gotta talk to him about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I gotta jump in on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing Ithaca next week.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
It's far.
It's 3.5 for me. Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, no, great job.
No,
That's awesome.
I'm excited to do it.
I'm so lazy. Like I get so, and I need to stop that. I really need to stop getting lazy. Like I almost didn't want to come here.
Thanks.
I mean, thank you for having me, but no.
I'd rather be home. That's funny. No, I mean, like I drive a Jeep Wrangler, so I actually ended up buying a second car so I can afford the fuel to drive to all these places.
Wow.
You know, so it was like, and it actually the money I'm saving on the Jeep's gas pays for the other car. Jeez. Well, for most of my first year, eventually I started carpooling with Gabe Baldizzi in Kingston, but like every Friday I was just like driving to Levity Live in West Nyack, which is an hour and a half from me.
Oh yeah.
So 3 hours round trip every Friday, and Beacon's an hour away from me, so 2 hours there. It's just like a lot of.
Wow,
time
you go to
in the
two-way,
car.
right? With Kevin's.
Yeah. That's a sweet mic. Dude.
I love Kevin.
Do you do any open mics?
I mean, I haven't done them in a long time.
No. What's your preparation method for that? Like
for like what? Like new material?
Like when you got a show coming up, like because like when I have a show, and like last night I did 15 minutes. This is the first time I've ever done 15 minutes. I
feel like you've done 15 minutes on my shows. The one we did.
Maybe I hit like 12 at the one.
Dude, you could easily do like 20.
So it was like a crazy thing. But go where my question was coming from.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
No, it's cool. But you just like to compliment me. It's very nice.
I gotta stop.
But I'll just practice in my room. I have like a little fake stage built in there. I have a mic stand. I've got camera set up so I can see how I'm moving. Like I care about that, and I'll work on the 15.
Which is I gotta stop complimenting you, but that's great.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah. I need to practice it all in one shot because that's how my memory works. But like at an open mic, you're only doing like 5 minutes at a time. But I like doing that for like new material. So like when you have a show coming up that you really care about, like, let's just say Laugh It Up spot, right? I mean, you care about all your shows, but Laugh It Up is kind of like a bigger deal for us.
I don't care.
Yeah, fuck it. Do you feel like day of show, I have to say the whole set out loud? Like that's a requirement for me to feel like I'm going to have a good show.
So for me, I'm the same way.
Okay.
For practicing, I always go over my whole set. Like, again, like I'm a big fan of like sticking to what works and then sprinkling in the new stuff in between.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't feel like if I do something brand new and it sucks, I don't have anything to fall back on. I always have something to fall back on after that. That's just my mentality on it. When I first started out, I want to say like 2019, I did tons of open mics, tons. And I think that they helped me create. So like the most time I ever done was a half hour. And even so, like that's like a crazy amount. Like that's like headlining in the city almost.
How old were you when you did that?
22.
Jesus Christ.
23, maybe 22.
You're so awesome.
No, bro, I'm not.
I'm so jealous of that.
22. It was like, all right, I feel like I'm saying 30, 27, 20, 20.
Yeah, to me that's the same
25
thing.
minutes,
Yeah,
26 minutes.
that's like no man's land out there.
It's and a lot of that, and I feel like for you it should be a lot easier because you're big on the storytelling, and I feel like you tell a story, like you could break that up into like, think about like 25 minutes. You could tell 5-minute stories.
Oh, that's kind of what I did last night. It was 3 5-minute stories.
Yeah.
But they were 5 minutes, but then as I found like over time, like one story ended up actually I only liked 3 minutes of it. So now I've like jokes in between and transitions and all that kind of stuff. It was just new for me. So I mean that was one of those things.
The first time I did 20 minutes was crazy because it was in front of one of my biggest crowds. Like, and I felt like looking back on it, I did terrible. Because it was for a really good cause, and so we did a fundraiser. I did a fundraiser show. It was me, Larry DiGregorio, and John Mulrooney.
Okay.
And we did a fundraiser show for one of my close family friends from since I was a kid. Jimmy Romano, his brother DJ Romano, passed away, and so we did a fundraiser show because he was a former police officer, and had like 200 people in there. It was insane, like 250 people in there, and I was like. We're talking, this was 2022. I didn't even turn 22 yet. I was 21. And I was so nervous because it was like, I was more nervous, not, I guess, about my material. It was just like, this is a big deal. Like, this is probably one of my biggest, like there are shows where, like, yeah, you could say this is a big deal because you're opening for someone big. But, like, I feel like when it comes to fundraiser shows, like, this, like, especially for this cause because it meant so much, I really didn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And thankfully I did fine. But, like, yeah, like, it's a lot when you have to do, like, this amount of time. I was opening. And I did this amount of time and it was in front of a lot of people, and I don't know what we were talking about earlier, but I just wanted to circle back on the fact that, like, you talk about like the amount of time, but like me even at 21 doing 20 minutes was like scary in itself. Granted, it was because of what the show was, but it was more, you know.
I feel like after I hit my year mark last month, I feel like I just
damn.
What?
No, I just feel like you've been doing it for so much longer.
I know, right? It's going by slow. I think after I hit my year mark, I kind of put this on myself. I'm like, all right, like my whole first year, like people were like, wow, you're really good. How long have you been doing it? I'm like, oh, only 8 months, only 10 months. And everyone's like, oh, that's really great for that long. And now that I'm like past a year, I'm like, this has to be a different thing. But like shows wise, as far as like how they're important or whatnot, like last night was like big for me because it was my first like 15-minute set.
Did you host last night, or were you?
No, I was basically middle? The opening act. Everybody was doing 15 on the lineup, minus the host, Andy Eganthorpe, very nice guy. But like, it was also like I always put like a different challenge on each show.
Yeah.
So like even for your show that I did with you, like my goal is to not move as much, because I noticed that I pace a lot back and forth on stage. So like while I'm up there telling the jokes, I'm thinking about
it's very very proactive.
What's that?
No, just like finding something that you have, like for me, I think I used to have 2 tics starting out when I was like, just starting, was one, cursing, which is death in comedy sometimes.
Yes.
I've had so many comics when I started was like, you're saying fuck too much. Like, why are you saying fuck too much? It takes away from your good jokes. Yeah. Is that you are ruining your own jokes. You are ruining them. And it's so true. Because like I know comics that really do abuse saying fuck and shit, and which isn't bad if used correctly, but like your joke is so much funnier than that curse word. I know it's and sometimes that comes from nerves. But and then the other one was I think I say
Yes.
I still say
Me too.
It's that's just, and I think it's more towards me as opposed to how I am on stage. That's just that's just how it is.
Yeah, I say when it's newer material because I'm trying to remember, and is like I'm thinking. But yeah, last night that was my other challenge, was to not curse at all, because I'm like trying to do cleaner comedy, so I can say that I can do that. And 15 minutes with this like transitioning, and there was a one point in one of the story where I just wanted to say Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
Yeah.
that's like it would hit. It would have been so much funnier if I said it because I didn't curse at all. During
Was it a
the
clean
set.
show?
No, it was just I personally wanted.
Well, Michael was
challenge.
on it, so it wasn't a clean show.
No, yeah. It was, all the N words.
What words?
The N words. He loves saying it.
What's that?
You don't know what that is?
No.
Knowledge. And I know that starts with a K.
How'd you double down on the wrong answer?
I know. You said my writing's really good. I love that. But yeah, it was cool. It was really cool to do. I hope I get. To do
clean
more sets.
comedy helps a lot with bookings too. Like,
I hope so. I'm really just doing it because it is a challenge for me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to. Kind of like what you were saying. Like, you know, when you add in a fuck like randomly, it hits so much harder versus, you know. But I did find like I had this too clean like I touched on religion, which I guess doesn't count as clean comedy, but like these two,
was it blasphemy?
it was actually I'll tell you, I mentioned this on an earlier episode that's not out yet, but like I was at a coffee shop in town and the concept of dinosaurs came up at this coffee shop. They're very religious at this coffee shop. They don't believe in dinosaurs, which I was like, whoa. And then the person behind the counter was advocating for dinosaurs amongst the others that were not. Yeah. And the young lady said, do you think Noah would have had them on the ark? Which I was like, this is a gift from the comedy gods. Like, this is a real thing. Like, so I turned that into 5 minutes, right? Yeah,
that's great.
Because I have a Jurassic Ark, you know? Like, yeah, it was awesome. But like when the mother says,
oh, that's a good pun.
Yeah, thanks. When the mother says like fossils aren't real, I wanted to say Jesus fucking Christ. You know,
no,
like I wanted
perfect,
to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you gotta go with that. Like, why not?
I know, but it was just a challenge.
It's okay. Yeah. Like you said, like you had that goal, like of not cursing. It's okay if you if for comedy's sake.
Oh yeah. It just made it feel more powerful that I had this in the chamber, but I didn't use it. But like in that clean set, I'm like doing that clean set, and then I go into like 3 dark jokes. Yeah. And they get progressively darker before I go into this like I need therapy bit. And I got the crowd to just groan instead of laugh, and I was just like, "All right, that one was for me." Yeah, that was fun.
Oh man, I know, and honestly, those honestly, corny goes a long way, bro. Like corny goes a long way. Yeah, I have this bit where I talk about how when I was in elementary school, and this is a true story. I won't like go into the whole bit, but I got in trouble when I was in elementary school when I was like 9 years old because during a fire drill, there was like a set of 4 stairs, like going down, like to go down the stairs to go outside, like during the fire drill. And I skipped one of the steps, and the assistant principal comes up to me and goes, "You skipped a step during a fire drill, you're getting written up."
What?
It baffled me. Baffled my mother when he called her. And so I won't get into the whole bit, but like at the end of the bit, I say that event traumatized me to the point where I can't put furniture together anymore because I always skip a step. And like that's so corny. Yeah. But it always gets a laugh. Yeah. I've never had that not get a laugh. Yeah. But again,
it's so relatable too. Yeah.
It's so stupid, but you know.
Man, that's so good. Good job, man. That's awesome.
It's so stupid.
Oh man. That's like it is. What's the term for like when something like, because skipping a step is, you know, literal sense, but there's another term for it when it's like, you know, because you skipped a step in the instruction. There's a name for that, right? Where it's like the same. I know we're overanalyzing your joke right now.
No, you got me thinking about it.
Yeah, I know. It's
like an actual term for when you're not following the instructions. So
when a phrase can mean something else. I know it's not like a synonym, but there's like it's like a phrase synonym. You know what I mean? Listeners at home are literary geniuses and very upset.
Call in.
Yeah. Do we have Jamie? Jamie, can you pull it up? I'm gonna go to our sponsors. BetterHelp.
Let me just look it up. Oh, what is it? What is it? You said a synonym for
phrases. So like this would be an adjacent term, like when because it it's not technically a misdirect, but there's
Bro, I'm such an idiot. I looked up synonym for phrase. putting my phone down. We're just gonna not figure that out.
yeah, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want me to go, I get it.
We're gonna break up.
Yeah. Oh my god, I always do that. I tell my friends this all the time. I'm gonna be 25.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm 40 and I'm not like stupid, like kill me, because I find stupidity so funny. It's like as stupid as that. Like that was so stupid. Like I'll text hey into Google. Like that's how stupid I am. Like, and I'm not an idiot. I just I just dumb humor. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Oxymoron, is that it? Is that the word you're thinking of? No.
No, oxymoron I think is
Antonym? I'm just going through English words.
Yeah, antiquity.
No.
No. that might be a name. Anticipate. No, okay. so silly. Do you have any jokes you're working on? Anything you're kicking around?
Like bits?
Yeah, any bits or anything? We usually start with it, but we got right into your
my fame and my fame and fortune.
Yeah, you're just fucking gushing with fame right now. When will you make a Kanye turn, do you think?
Like when I'm going, well, tomorrow.
Oh, okay. We're going to go right into it tomorrow.
He's great. Like, and I'm going to put this on the record. I love Kanye. I don't love Ye. If that makes sense.
No,
so like he's like in this new era of artists called Ye, Y-E. That's his name now. But like when he was Kanye West and he had Graduation and College Dropout.
Oh yeah.
Album. Like I grew up on that. That was I love Kanye.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people felt like this about R. Kelly. I'm sure people that fell in love with Diddy, like as far as not the freak offs, but people that fell in love with their music, it's just so disappointing.
Yeah.
Like it's so like seeing how Kanye is now, like it's so disappointing. Because I genuinely I love like his era of music, like all the way from when he started to like early 2010s, like this is how it is.
It sucks because like music hits you in a way that like I've had Kanye songs just like motivate me to work out at like 10 o'clock at night when I'm really tired, like that No One Man Should Have All That Power song. Like, that I used to run to that all the time. I don't run anymore, but
it shows.
Yeah, thanks. You prick.
Come on, I've been fucking nice to you this whole time. I can't say one insult.
No. All
right.
So you said I was disabled earlier.
Well, now you're disabled and fat.
Yeah, I know. Fat and disabled and old.
Oh man, touch on
but no, it hits you in a different spot.
Yeah.
And, so when it does betray you, you're like, man, that betrays like my former self that used to stand on this, It's very sad.
It is. And
I was like that with Michael.
There's nothing you can do. I will never stop listening to the old Kanye songs. I'll never stop listening.
Yeah, I'm still gonna. You know what the thing is like you could boycott the new stuff, I guess, but like, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Like, he's already like a fucking billionaire. I don't know how much money he has. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna you
matter.
Not listening to his song is not gonna affect
not at all.
Yeah, him at all. He's still gonna be putting that shit out. And still people are still gonna say after he dies that he was a genius, And
he was. He is. I mean, he is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's not a genius. Crazy is another thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say he's not a genius. And it's funny, I think I put into do you use ChatGPT?
I used Gemini.
Well, of course you do.
Fuck you.
Bro, I ask ChatGPT everything, bro. I'm like, I put in there, I'm like, can Kanye make a comeback? And like, they're like, it literally talks to me like a bro. He's like, well, Jason. I'm like, but like, it's crazy. Like, I don't even think it's possible. Like, it's not possible. I'm sure people felt like that about OJ. I'm sure people felt like that about R. Kelly. Like I said, R. Kelly and Diddy now. Like, it's crazy.
It would be funny if ChatGPT, because it's connected to everybody, just like sent like Kanye opens his phone to like ask ChatGPT a question, and it just says like, just so you know, Kanye, like 50 million people asked if you're gonna make a comeback today, just today, and he's like, I don't care. It just moves on. It's like ChatGPT.
Time to talk about how much he hates the Jews.
Yeah. Every time he like tries to talk to ChatGPT, it just like, also just so you know, like, by the way, people wish you would stop saying this. It's like, all right, like
it's not even like a joke anymore. Like I know it sounds like so stupid, but like he's in this weird realm right now.
Yeah, like doubling down.
And I'll be honest with you, like, and to not veer away from Kanye, like, because obviously I don't want him to be mad at me. But it's tough being a comic. It really is. Like, as far as like the day we live, like the day and time we live in, I tell this to everyone, especially if like I'm ever on a podcast with someone, or if I'm ever just having a conversation with someone. Like, being a comedian, I don't think that we should veer away from what's funny just to spare someone's feelings. Like, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think. Again, and I'm going to go back to the saying, the involvement. Like, if you're making jokes that are solely inclusive and not offensive to the point where you're making someone feel alienated, you should be able to joke about anything. Mm-hmm. Like, if someone can leave that show and say, listen, like, he made some good race jokes and they were tasteful and not offensive and not rude, I loved it. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, I'm a white kid from Newburgh. Like, what the fuck do I know? But at the same time, it's like I've done a variety of crowds. I've done all black shows. I've done all, mostly Hispanic. I've done all white. Like, I get it. Mm-hmm. And I don't think comics should be afraid to flirt with the line, but not cross it. Like, I'm always a fan of flirting with the line. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Just don't cross it.
There was so like when you try to pander to a crowd, I think it's kind of silly just because like the feedback you get from customers in that sense. Because like I've had a customer come up to me after a Krog show and be like, it was a good show. I didn't like that one comic. I'm like, well, why didn't you like the one comic? And then they're like, well, I didn't like all the anti-Semitic jokes that they make. And I'm like, you didn't like that. But the first 3 minutes of their 10-minute set was about bringing back slavery. And you don't care about that. So I'm like, who is the righteous one here?
I told Michael to stop.
Yeah. Pause. I'm using that wrong. I know it. But
you got to get a button.
Yeah. The pause button. Yeah.
Pause, bukkake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get it that like people want to cherry pick and like feel this kind of stuff. Because, if you condemn one thing, you kind of have to condemn them all. But then once you get to that point, you're not like... and
I'll get scared. I get nervous sometimes when I write a joke that like I'm afraid to tell because of like the ramifications.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like I know who I am.
Yep.
I know at the end of the day that I love everyone, and I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm just here to make some laughs.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I mean, also like our purpose in like kind of like a lineup is to be a little different than the people for us, for the people that aren't necessarily getting representation from the other people in the lineup. If that makes sense. So like, on a lineup, like people like complain like, oh yeah, you have to have a girl on the lineup. Is that like a thing? Like, yeah, because there's women in the crowd. Like they want somebody they can connect with.
Exactly.
Like there's gay people in the lineup because there's gay people in the crowd. Like they want somebody. If I just like put up a bunch of like straight white guys up there and they all had the same opinion on something, and that becomes a rally.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, and I hate to say it, it is area based. Like you'll have like an area where you're doing a show, like where you're living, like where you live, where the show's located, where it's like I've had shows where it's like I had a show once, I swear to God, where it was an Italian restaurant and I'm full Italian. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget this. They booed me off the lineup because my last name's Irish. I swear to God. I swear to God. They wanted a full 3-man lineup of everyone with last names with vowels at the end. I swear to God.
That's wild.
I'm not lying. This was like a few years back, but I definitely was on that show. And they reached out to me and said, we can't have you on the show anymore. We want a full Italian lineup. I was like, I'm full fucking Italian.
Wow.
I have an Irish last name for, my grandfather took his stepdad's last name. I would have had a completely different Italian last name. And a lot of people think that's Jason McLaren's a stage name. It's my full name. It's my name.
Yeah, well, it's a cool name, but also you look very Italian.
Thank you.
You don't look Irish.
You're a racist fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know this. Say something new.
No, but it's the truth. I got booted off that show, and I think like exactly to my point. Like we live in a world where, yeah, you know, what's the word? Demographic. What's the demographic of the room? I always hear that.
Yeah.
And it's like, even when I like am producing a show, like I have some shows that are like further down where they're like, I'll reach out to them and say, listen, like I'm producing a show here. Like, what do you think the demographic? Oh, it's mostly white. Oh, it's mostly black. Oh, it's mostly this, gay, whatever, straight. And that doesn't matter, but like it's tough. Like you just got to weigh that option of like, hey, I'm not going to put. I don't know if I'll put this person on this room because I just don't know how they'll work in this room.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've also been wrong, where
For sure. Yep.
I've had rooms where I've had a comic like for instance like let's mention Gerald again, black comic. I could put him in an all white crowd and he'd fucking murder.
Of course.
He'd crush it.
Yeah.
Like it was nobody's business. So that logic could be true, and that logic could also be false.
Yeah. No, I mean, but I think Gerald's an amazing comic, but Gerald also does a ton of crowd work.
Yeah.
Which is just like, that works. That's got to work in almost
every room.
Yeah. Because I mean, talk about a live comedy experience. Like this dude is catering his set to what he thinks is going to be funny for you.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this crowd. Like that's all like, yeah. So that's really genius. But if you have a black room, like you're going to set up a bar show at a black venue, and you have 3 white comics in your lineup and no other color at all.
Now that could go either way.
You have to acknowledge it.
I know.
Yeah, you have to acknowledge it, because that's funny to acknowledge. But if you're just like up there and be like, why don't you guys like us? It's like, we fucking hate you guys. You suck.
Yep.
You know, like
exactly.
Yeah.
And I've also had like black comics that we work with who are like, if you put a white comic in an all black room, like they're like, you know, you have a little bit of an advantage here. And I'll be like, why? It's because you like have this niche where like you could be the funny white guy. Like you legit, you could be like the funny like white kid like that.
Gary Goldman. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know, as a black man, like I don't know who the host was. He was like, as a black guy, as a black comic, I have to work to be relatable now. Yeah. And now I understand that. Like that is a fact. That's very true. I completely understand it. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like kind of fun to play with in the producing aspect of just like who you're gonna pick and all that kind of stuff. For the most part, I have Danny pick the lineups for the shows that we have, but he asked for my input, and you know, a lot of the times, like, because I know my crowd pretty well at the bar, I'm like, yeah, you know, they're probably not gonna jive, and mostly I just stay away from political comics.
Oh yeah.
Those are tough to.
I don't ever talk about politics in my comedy ever.
Same. It's a rough. No. It's so divisive.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What happened? Oh my goodness.
The politic bug got
me.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what I call like a speck of dust.
Yeah, you thought about insert politician name here, and you gasped.
No, but it's so true. I feel like when you leave politics out of your comedy, you're like inviting a broader audience.
Yeah. Because you're gonna choose to alienate like half the people right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a wild choice for me. Yeah, I'll do it one day.
Yeah, I mean, you could also make the argument that you could do it and make fun of both sides.
Like, yeah, I tried to do a set because like I said, I challenged myself. So like on my open mic set one week, every Wednesday I do a new challenge for the open mic.
Yeah.
And
which is super cool.
Thanks, man. I just want to figure out what I'm good at, and figure out what I'm bad at. But like I attempted to do politics one week, and I got like at the open mic, and I just scrapped it. But the concept was basically like, I have a pig on the farm that is in charge of the whole pen, and all the sheep in that pen really don't like that pig because it's in charge, and neither do the cows because he doesn't represent them, all this kind of stuff and all this stuff. But then I made some kind of analogy to where like everybody thinks that the pig is in charge of the pen that lives in the pen until the farmer opens the gate, and then it's like, oh, this is like my analogy for like who actually runs the country.
Yeah.
And I think I made it funny at the time, but I'm just like, that's as close as I've gotten to politics.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna, touch that. But, it was...
That's a deep cut. Like, that's a real thinker.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, that's a real, like...
It was fun.
I had to think about that one for a second. Yeah. No, it's smart.
Yeah.
But I get it.
That's... like, if I'm gonna ever touch, like, politics, I want it to be, like, so subtle and, like... I don't know. Like, I feel like, and at the time, Joe Biden was in office.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I think, right? Yeah. So it was like one of those things of just like, you could apply that pig could be any sitting presidential candidate,
Yeah.
So it was like one of those things where like, all right, it has to be kind of timeless and it has to be,
Which
just,
is
like, benevolent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just like, I don't know.
It's all relative at the end of the day. Like, you take politics, you take race, you take gender, you take sexuality, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you make jokes about it, you're always going to find someone to find a critique in that, not from a funny standpoint, but from a offensive or not offensive standpoint. I'll give you an example, right? I when the whole Chris Rock thing happened,
Mm-hmm.
I remember one, that was a scary time for comics,
Mm-hmm.
because not everyone wants to feel like if they don't like your jokes, they could smack the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, that's horrible.
And if it happens on TV, it can happen at a bar show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Probably worse at a bar show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But I remember also that happening was a gold mine for jokes that you can't make anymore because it's not
Relevant.
relevant
Yeah.
or topical at the moment. But I remember making a joke about Jada because I just found it funny how, she was just like, yo, go slap him, he's talking shit about me. And I remember that, like, I was like, yo, Chris Rock. So, like, the way I went about it was I was like, Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's, wife, Jada, because she has alopecia. And I was like, well, to be honest with you, I thought alopecia was Jada's sister's name.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
And I was so nervous to make that joke.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's like a joke where, like, you get the wrong person in the crowd, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck, you racist fuck?"
Yeah.
But again, I think that's an example of flirting with the line but not crossing it. It's perfect.
Yes.
And so, to that point, I mean, that's all race, politics, everything. Again, I feel like you if you have something political that's funny and inclusive. Again, I'm gonna reiterate it again. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't write a lot of political stuff just because I feel like my comedy is more family oriented, like from a sense of like you like my mother, my father, my family, my friends. Just like I rarely like sometimes I'll do current events, but I feel like it's more
You talk about your life.
I talk about my life.
Yeah. I kind of stick to that too. It's like I don't think I care enough about politics.
Me neither.
To be like I need to get up on stage and tell 15 to 60 people about my thoughts.
Yeah.
On that, and it's like what is that gonna do?
Think about being young and doing it. Like, I'm not saying you're not young.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But think about it. Like, no. And that's why it was so hard starting out doing comedy so young, because I feel like if you're a 19, 20, 21-year-old comic trying to tell an audience of people that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s how the world works, they're not going to take you seriously.
Uh-huh.
They're going to act like you're like, who does this like little fucking shrimp think he is talking about like life? He doesn't know what life is about.
I totally get that.
I still get that.
Uh-huh.
Like what? Like at the same, I sometimes even think to myself, what the hell do I know? Like I'm not even there yet. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like I have a voice. I could still talk about things and make it funny, but I don't have to tell you like how the world works because I'm not. That's not my place.
Yeah.
My place is just to.
But yeah, you have
jokes.
your perspective, and I think what's cool about it. So like when I started doing storytelling, non-comedy, my first time stepping on stage, I was probably like 26-ish. And it was like
for storytelling.
Yeah, for storytelling.
Okay, cool.
I'd never stepped.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but you said you're a year into stand-up, but like you have stages.
I did 3 shows before
Never mind.
I did. Yeah. No, so exactly. The crowds were 120 people, 100 people, and then 220, the last one. Mm-hmm. But like my first time going on stage, it was in an old church. I was doing a story about living in Indiana and like the power of like, I don't like the whole story is I don't have faith. I'm an 18-year-old kid and I don't believe in, I was essentially an atheist when I was starting out the story.
Yeah.
And by the end of the story, I'm talking about why it's good to have faith in something.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a whole 15-minute arc in there and all that kind of stuff. But like, I felt like I got a lot of credit because to everybody in that room, main demographic was like demigos. The demigos. No.
That's a good Biden impression.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's actually Morgan Freeman. But they were like 40s or 50s and all Caucasian. So like when I got done with that set, like I got off the stage and everybody's like, that's so amazing for how old you are. Like, you know, I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, I don't feel like, because it's the oldest I've ever been, you know, was that age. So
yeah.
I didn't feel like I was unqualified to talk about it, you know. But I also think at the time, because I was like the gym manager of like the town that everybody was seeing the show in. Yeah. I think everybody just kind of wrote me off as like a meathead, you know, kind of guy. So they're like, oh, that was actually really thoughtful. And there was an arc in there.
But that's really cool.
Cool. What?
What, like, you know,
you showed... surprised them?
Yeah. No, like, I know it sounds stupid, but yeah. I mean...
Yeah. When I met Elizabeth Becks, have you met her before?
No.
Oh, okay. She's like very
comic.
Yeah, she's like prolific. She's doing everything.
God, it's a great adjective to describe someone.
It's funny because that's what she says all the time.
Oh my God,
she talks about herself.
Bro, I can only imagine how you describe me. Yeah, he's all right.
Sexy.
Oh no, all right. Hey, listen, I know. Continue.
No, I actually I described you as a prodigy once.
No.
Yeah, because of how old you were. And like how funny you are. And at the time, I was only like 6 or 8 months into comedy when I first met you. We did the Barking Frog, I think. Yeah. And I saw you.
Oh my God, I did so bad that night.
I know, but like everybody did bad, but you still did very good. You know what I mean? And I was just like, God damn it, like this is a prodigy. You know, like it was like cool to watch that. Yeah. And then, you know, I've seen you at Laugh It Up. We've done a show together before. You know, I've seen you a few times since, but like, you know, it's just like one of those things where I have an ego that can get out of track if I don't do it. Yeah. Seeing comics like you puts me in my place ego-wise to remind me of like, you know, he's so much younger than me, so much better than me. He has all the experience, like all that kind of stuff. And like, it's just like, it's awesome to watch, but like because you're so young, I mean, your trajectory is just so awesome. You know, it's just like, thank you. It's so cool. Yeah, we're hyping you up a lot right now.
No, I really appreciate that.
But dude, it's like it's really cool to see. It's you know, low key inspiring too, because of like, man, I've talked to other people about this. Like, I wish I knew I wanted to do this at the age you knew you wanted to do this. Yeah, you know what I mean. And
I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. And I have friends that like
so cool.
Yeah, I have friends that like have struggled with that their whole lives, and I wish I could help them, because I think I know I don't have things that some people have that I wish I had, but I am beyond grateful. My number one thing in my life that I'm grateful for, besides my family and my friends and people in my life that I love, is that I have something that I've always wanted, and a lot of people struggle to find that. Yes. And I feel bad. I genuinely feel bad for them, because I wish I could find someone, you know, in my life that like has that passion, that has that love. And some people don't find it until they're like, which isn't a bad thing, but like, you know, I know that they wish they found it sooner, kind of like you. Like, you wish that you,
for sure,
you know, it's a gift, and it's indescribable. Like, I'm so grateful for the people that I have in my life that I can confidently say they've been there for me since day one, that have been in my corner since day one, that knew that I wanted to be something along the lines of a performer. And I knew, like, probably like middle school, high school, where I was like, yeah, like I want to be a stand-up comic. I have to be. And it's funny too, because I went a little about me. I don't know how much time we have left, but
as time as you want, buddy.
Really? All right.
Well, no, because we'll have to cut it off at some point, but yeah.
I went to school. I went to college for criminal justice. I originally wanted to be a detective, so I wanted to be a cop. But I always knew I wanted to be a comedian in the back of my head, or a comedian or actor, like somewhere along the lines. I went to Pace University in Westchester, left after one semester. It's a very expensive school. I partied a lot too. But that's neither here nor there. And then I came back, and that's when I was like, yeah, I really want to take stand-up seriously. And I still went to school for criminal justice, and I got an associate's in criminal justice. But I knew at the end of the day I had something here. And I didn't want to like go and be a cop. Not saying that there's anything bad about that, but I didn't want to go and be a cop and not have the opportunities that I have now. Yeah. And a lot of people will do that. They'll want something in their life, but because it doesn't seem realistic to them. And I think Jim Carrey was the one who actually really touched on this. Like, I think he did like a graduation speech, and you could spend your whole life. I think not to quote him directly, but I think he said something like you could spend your whole life chasing ghosts and wondering what may have happened, or you could take a chance on yourself and find it. And I'm glad I'm doing that now.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's
I'm the coolest guy ever. I don't know. Like,
you are, dude. You're
I do.
so suave. It's so thoughtful.
I don't know how I don't
so
have
funny.
sex as much as I do, because I honestly I feel like I should every day, right?
Really? I mean, you would like you would have sex every day if you could?
No.
Oh, dude.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Once you turn 30, it's like a real chore.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's tough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, great. That's a lot. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you think about that. We're actually gonna wrap up, okay?
No, we were just talking about sex.
Yeah, well, that's we're gonna take advantage of it now.
Yeah, well, I gotta get the lotion out of the disabled mobile.
Dude, we fucking need that. I don't know what we're doing in here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space in here to do.
So the worst first date of my life. Likable is filmed and recorded with Radio Free Rhinecliff. Thank you to Jen Hammoud and Matthew Rosenberg, our producers, and thank you to the Epicurean, which hosts us for each episode. Come in, stop, and shop. Maybe you'll catch us on the air. Likable is a comedy-based podcast. We are experts at absolutely nothing and should not be taken seriously. Consider this your daily dose of questionable wisdom and guaranteed hilarity, we hope. Proceed with caution and a healthy dose of skepticism. Jason McLaren, thank you so much.
No, bro, thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate being here.
I appreciate you.
That's enough.
All right. Cue the music.
Yeah, you got jokes and you're